Hi everyone. As the members of my Discord community may already know, I've been watching the Monogatari series for the first time with some friends, and we finished Season 1 and a bit of what's considered Season 2. So, since we're about halfway through the series, and there are a bunch of awesome characters to choose from, I decided to get started on my figurine collecting early. And the first figure I decided to shop for was a $35 Mayoi Hachikuji figure made by Sega. So that's what we'll be unboxing today. And I'll give some comments on why I decided upon this figure as the start of my collection after we've checked it out. So let's get started. So we have our stand here, not to be confused with a JoJo stand, and the stand has some Japanese characters that appear to be the same as the ones on the box. So the characters may say her name, Mayoi Hachikuji, but I'm not well versed enough in kanji to say for sure. The stand also has two holes in it which correlate with the two pegs beneath her right foot. So we can just wedge her in there and voila, she is nice and secure. So as you guys can see, Hachikuji is waving with joy. I'm guessing it's because she's seen literally anyone but Araragi. Maybe she's finally made it to the Tsunade residence, which is her mother's house, if the curse of the snail has finally been lifted from her. She has a cute uniform, bandage on her leg, and little red shoes that give me Little Red Riding Hood vibes, which makes sense since she was lost, almost like Little Red Riding Hood lost in the forest. As you can see, she has her iconic backpack with who knows what that little bunny character is. It's most likely a mascot character for a series that's fictional and only in the Monogatari world. There's a love letter here. I think it's freaking cute, probably a love letter for Araragi, but nobody's gonna admit that, you know? Gonna keep the tsundere vibes going. The cool thing about getting figures is that there are a bunch of character details you may not notice until you're looking at a figure. Like, I've seen all of Monogatari Season 1 and some of Season 2, and I've seen a lot of different fan art, but I've never noticed things like the love letter on her backpack, or this little cherry that we see on her skirt. I may have noticed the bandage on her leg, but I missed most of the finer details here. There's a penguin-looking face on her backpack with a mysterious claw sticking out of it. She could definitely be an RPG character. Like, her ultimate move would be that the monster in her backpack finally pops out and starts slashing away at people, kind of like Lime's teddy bear in Blue Reflection. Link in the description if you want to hear a review of that game. And we have another little teddy bear here on the side that kind of looks like Kiro from Cardcaptor Sakura. And of course we have her headband that looks like a headset and some green hair ties. For $35 you can't beat this. It's great to add to a collection and have on a shelf. I do have a glass curio that I keep figurines in, and I recently moved things around and put some figures back into their boxes, so this is definitely going into the curio. Now on to explaining why I settled for Hachikuji as my first Monogatari figure. I decided to get this figure because I enjoyed the social dynamic between Hachikuji and Araragi the most out of all of the characters. That said, I certainly enjoy some of the tsundere moments with Senjo Gohara as well, and Shinobu is definitely both cute and badass, but the Hachikuji interactions kind of stand out for me. My favorite definitely being their debate about courage, which we see during episode 1 of Nisei Monogatari, when Hachikuji claims that you can make almost anything sound positive by adding the word courage to it, and goes on to provide several thought-provoking and hilarious examples. Plus, at $35 this was quite a steal. But I've also seen some Shinobu figures within the same price range by Sega and Banpresto, so I might aim for Shinobu or see if there are any dope Karen Araragi figures next. Next, I want to show you guys some figures I already unboxed to give you more of an idea about my hobbies and interests. First up is this Banpresto Nightmare Luffy figure that I got over 2 years ago. Originally, I was shopping for a cool Luffy figure with no particular choice in mind, and I settled on this one because it was around $40 and looks freaking sick. He's got the little straw hat on his back, and a sword even though he doesn't know how to use one, as he admitted to Arlong early in the series. The buff body build also feels like it gives an early foreshadowing for what will later be Gear 4 Pound Man, and it gives off a certain aura of invincibility, as if he could take on anyone who comes his way. Now of course Luffy's nightmare form is from the Thriller Bark arc of One Piece, which is toward the end of the first half of the series. It wasn't my favorite arc since we have other arcs that were absolute bangers like Marineford and Alabasta, but Thriller Bark was definitely a fun one to read through, and was far better than some other arcs like Skypiea. So we definitely have a very cool and memorable moment in the series captured here with this figure, all at an affordable price, and it looks dope in a curio or up on the shelf. Lastly, for anyone who is cool enough to make it this far, I got what you've all been waiting for. That's right, an Opie waifu. This is Kirika Toa Alma, an elf girl from Shining Resonance Refrain, which was a PS4 RPG game. The game itself wasn't the best. I think I remember it being kind of grindy, the plot was just okay, and the dating elements were beginning to literally get repetitive. But if the series can brag about one thing, it's that its waifus are freaking hot. Obviously, I went for the well-endowed, blonde elf girl, which will be no surprise to anyone who knows my tastes. But I also had my eye on a Rina Mayfield figure, another big bazonga elf girl in the game. The problem with Rina was that her figure cost $200, which is way out of budget. This Kirika, on the other hand, was only $40, although it came without a box and is most likely a knockoff. But the figure looks nice, and that's what counts, since I just wanted to put it on display. I mean, come on. Look at that thickness, boys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you're interested in seeing another figure unboxing toward the beginning of February. I pre-ordered 2 figures that release at the end of January, so we might unbox some prized gems in the future. Also, please remember to subscribe for more anime, manga, gaming, figurine unboxing, and card collecting content. And comment to let me know what you thought of the figures or which figures you may be hoping to buy in the future. Thanks for watching and see ya.